Okay, so we went shopping, or part of a shopping trip for the Gator here. What we've got is we've got our inner and outer filter, air filters for the rear. We have our new ejector, our dust ejector for the air filter. We have some washers and rivets. These 4 parts are for this assembly right here. That right there is actually the shifter. So that will go on this plastic piece right here. I have ordered this plastic piece. It has not come in yet. It should actually come in tomorrow. So I'll be getting that here pretty quick. Probably I'll pick it up in the next couple days. Like I said, it should be in here. It should be here tomorrow, and I'll pick it up in the next couple days. So I'll have to put the rivets on there. That is basically the shifter. And then along with the shifter, there is the sticker or decal that goes on there. So we'll have to put that on there and everything. So that'll be on there. And then here are the 8 washers. The washers are for the bolts that hold on the new fender. Here is the new fender. So nice and pretty, and does not match the rest of the machine. So my wife and I were talking. We actually decided that we'll probably go ahead and start working on replacing the rest of the plastic on this thing as we move forward. So then also got an oil filter. These are the same oil filters that the X uses. Multiple other machines use them. The M806418, super cheap. I just didn't have any on hand. So to get the fender on, what you have to do is you actually have to drop that suspension right there, because the hole on the fender, let me turn it around here, if you can see the hole in the fender, that hole right there, you have to send the shock absorber through that. So let's see if we can see it on the other side. So you see right there how it's going through. So we'll have to drop the shock. So we'll have to lift the front end of the machine up, and we'll work on replacing that. Also ordered the seat bracket, so that should come in along with the rest of the parts orders and everything. So, and then I got 2 new seats. I just decided to go aftermarket for the seats. The seats brand new from Deere are like $158 a piece, and I got 2 aftermarket seats for 170 bucks. So one of those things, normally pretty good about using Deere parts, but this is one of those times that I'm just gonna buy aftermarket because there's no reason not to. So anyway, I want to get this thing up in the air and take the shock off and hopefully round up enough hardware. Actually, I need to count first and see how much hardware I have to at least kind of get the fender on. If I can't do that, then this will be a short video, and I'll have to come back and do it later. So I did not have enough hardware to install the fender, so we're going to work on the air cleaner. Right now I'm just going to pull the top off this air cleaner, set the camera up, and just kind of let it run, and then get the old air filters out, and kind of go from there. If I can get the camera set up, I might have to do that. I have to work on that. Alright, so I've actually already pulled this off to check the air filters and saw they were bad. So here's the first one. There's the second one. Very dirty. They are Deere filters, but you can see how dirty they are. And so let's get the new ones out. So you want a comparison, old, new. So kind of gives you a big reason to change them, at least it does in my opinion. This is one of those things that I'm trying to remember how much the filters were. And here's the inner filter, old, new. So just get these put in here. Pretty easy. This is an easy process. There we go. Now the last thing we're going to do is put the new ejector cap on, because what happens is if you don't have this ejector cap in there, it just, wow, this is some hard plastic. It just sucks up all the dirt. So this is pointed down. I mean, you can see how dirty it is in there. And without this cap on there, all the dirt just comes right in, and that's what really kills your filters. So one of the things that I do very quickly after I get a new machine is I will get these, make sure the ejector caps are present. And the thing about it is they only last so long before the rubber turns brittle and they fall off. So this one really wants to be a pain. Okay, so now we can put it back on there. Now what this ejector cap does is, the way it's designed, when air is coming in, it'll actually suck those things closed. So nothing is coming out, or nothing is going in that hole. And if you don't have it there, all that dirty air that's coming up from dust and everything as you're driving along comes right up into this and gets sucked in the air filter. So yeah, so I think that's it. Next thing I'm going to do is I'll show you what I'm going to do with the injectors. So I got to lift the bed up, and we'll kind of go from there. I do need to do a little bit of injector work, and so I'll get the bed up and I'll show you what I'm going to do, or what I need to do with the injectors. Alright, so now that I've had some time to watch this thing run, I've definitely noticed that the injectors are leaking. I already kind of knew that based on just all the crap that was on the injectors when I bought it. So this one in the end right here, right there, seems to be leaking the worst. So what I'm going to do is I'll have to look at the parts diagram. I don't think I need to rebuild these injectors. I think that they're just leaking out of the crush washers there on the fuel return lines. So that's where I'm going to start. So I'm going to get new washers for the fuel return lines, and I'll replace the hoses for the fuel return lines while I'm at it. And then I will, yeah, I think that's where I'll start. And if that doesn't work, then what I'll do is we'll go ahead and have the injectors serviced and get all new washers and everything for them, and kind of go from there. So anyway, that's it for this video. Wish I would have gotten the fender on, but partial order from Deere will do that. So hopefully later this week we'll get the new fender on, and we should be good to go. I'll get the washers ordered and everything this week as well, and maybe next weekend I can work on this some. So, but now it's got a clean, it's got new oil, new air filter. I'll probably run it, and once I've done all the injector work, I'll change the oil again, and we'll kind of go from there. But I think that's it for right now on the Gator, and we're going to move on back onto the Cushman. And that'll be in the next video after this one. So thanks for watching.